All right, guys, so if you watched the previous video we did, we taught you guys about doing leg extensions with the walking march method. One on the right, one on the left, two on the right, two on the left, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, pyramiding up. It's a lot of volume in a single leg environment for your legs, so this way you're able to get a tremendous burn in the quads, get a lot of strength, a lot of size, if that's what you're going for, and a lot of toning out of it too, all right? Especially if you have some kind of knee injury you're coming back from, working that single leg by itself is a phenomenal exercise, and leg extension and leg curls are a very safe environment to do that in. So now that we gave you the leg extension video, and now that we gave you the leg extension version in a previous video, now I want to give you guys the leg curl version, right? So, same machine, we have a leg extension, leg curl machine that we picked up for our facility. It just cuts down on space, right? And we just adjusted it up. Now there's two I'm gonna show you guys today, right? The first one I'm gonna show you is the alternating march one first. I don't wanna get ahead of myself and change what I just said. So all I'm gonna do, right, now I have a very unique way of putting my feet, and I want you guys to pay attention to this part. Your foot positioning, right? If you notice, my entire leg rotates and pivots depending where I put my feet at, right? And depending on the angle I have my feet at, it's gonna determine what angle your hip socket joint is at. And depending where your hips are at, are you gonna utilize your hips and your lats to stabilize it, or are you using your inner thigh and your hip flexor and your psoas muscle? And for any of you guys who have any kind of back pain, you know what the psoas muscle is. For those of you guys who don't know what the psoas muscle is, probably you don't have any back pain yet, and we don't wanna get there, so just trust me, you don't wanna do it, right? Most people go straight up and down. This is the minimum I want you to do. If you're doing leg curls like this with your toes out, I don't care if you're hitting a certain part of your hamstring more, you're also getting a lot of hip flex or inner thigh, you are going to get back problems. Trust me, I'm telling you, I did it for years. We follow the WEC method predominantly, and a little bit of the guys from Goda, right? Similar but a little different, amongst with some other stuff too, where we like to use this foot slightly tilted in position. Toes in, heels out, knees wide. So I'm not doing this, right? I'm not bringing my knees in. My knees are wide, they're out, my heels are out, and my toes are slightly in. What that's gonna do is put your hips in the right position where you're getting very minimal inner thigh and hip flexor activation. It's a ton of glutes and it's a ton of hamstrings, right? And all I'm gonna do, using that same head over foot method I did before, right? I'm gonna start head over foot here, and when I curl, I'm gonna be head over foot on this side. I'm here, and I'm there. Why? Because when I'm rotating and twisting with my torso and my core, it's gonna allow me to use certain muscles to stabilize my hip, so I don't have to use that psoas muscle, I don't have to use that hip flexor muscle, right? Then I change sides, my leg is straight, head over foot, my leg is bent, it's head over foot. Here, there, right? So I'm gonna go through a full set with you guys, right? My legs are sore. One on the left, one on the right. So I'm here, on the left side, shift. One on the right side, right? Another two. 1, 2, now look at my shoulder positioning, right? Notice how I'm keeping my neck up? Everybody does this. You wanna look down and lean forward. You're gonna shorten your neck muscles, you're gonna have a tendency to crunch forward, you're gonna use your abs, you're gonna use your hip flexors. Try to keep yourself eyes up. It's gonna let you engage the shoulder blades and all along the upper back and mid back. So it's a lot more posterior activation, not lower back, right? You're not gonna get any of that. But it's gonna keep you in a better position where you don't feel all the hip flexor and lower back stuff, right? Besides, nothing really worth looking at in the gym most times anyway. Because if you're looking at that stuff, you're not focusing on working out. Pay attention more. 4, 3, 2. Probably could put a little more weight on this. 4, 3. And like I said last time, if you're getting less than 5 reps, it's probably a little heavy, you should go lighter, right? If you're getting more than 7, it's a little light, you should go heavier, because you figure if you count the reps on this, right? 1 and 2 and 3, that's, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 15. 15 plus 6 is 21. 21 plus 7 is 28. You're gonna be doing 28 fucking reps on this thing, right? That's a lot of volume. But you're also giving your leg a little bit of a chance to recover, right, as you go on the other leg. So it's not like it's such a huge, horrible, like, amount of reps. It's just gonna build a lot of a volume, right? You're gonna build up a ton of endurance in the back of your legs, and you're gonna get a pump better than anything else you probably got before. Now, when would you use this? Some people would tell you, oh my God, I would do this at the end of the exercise. I don't wanna fucking burn out my quads and my hamstrings before I do my squats, my deadlifts, my lunges, all that stuff. I personally like doing it in the beginning. Why? Because the first exercise you're gonna do, your knees are gonna fucking hurt anyway. So for me, I like to use my leg extension, my leg curls to kind of loosen up my knees, warm my body temperature up, kind of use it to kind of warm up mentally and physically. So when I go to do my first couple sets of squats and deadlifts, I'm not spending as much time on them because I'm already warmed up. You're gonna have to do a couple warm-up sets anyway. Doing a couple warm-up sets, so I typically do for my first exercise, I'll do 5 to 7 sets. The first 2 or 3 sets are just warm-up, and then like the next 3 to 4 are typically the working sets. So if I do those extra sets on here, I'm not killing my back. And then when I go to do my squats and my deadlifts, I have all those working sets for just what I need them for working sets. Where if I'm warming up with a barbell squat or a deadlift, I'm getting all that extra mileage on my lower back and my shoulder and my hip that if you're coming back from an injury, you wanna do the most amount of work with the least amount of fucking mileage and, wear and tear possible. So for me, I've always got better workouts doing this stuff before those exercises because for me it helps like prime the muscle and get everything nice and warmed up. Some people would say I'm right, some people would say I'm wrong, some people would say I'm an asshole. Those people are typically right, but that's how we go. 1, 3, 2. Great job. So that is the alternating march, right? Now, the other way we have of doing leg curls on this one, right? We're gonna do pauses. This one you do both legs together. I happen to like, there's a leg curl where you lay face down, right, and you're in the prone position. I really, really, really like this method better for that one, but I'm gonna use it here because we don't have that one right now. So what I'm gonna do, let's go a little heavier so I don't feel like a bitch, right? I'm gonna come down, same thing, toes in, heels out, knees out. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause in the bottom. I'm up. Pausing it, holding it, and then I'm back in. Look at my feet, toes are in, heels are out, knees are out. I'm engaging with my shoulder blades and my lats. I actually do this rowing motion. So the more I pull with my lats, the more it helps engage with my hips, right? In the right spot, and it keeps me out of my hip flexor, right? You can push against the chair, you can do whatever you want. And I can feel as I do the holds, I can feel my right leg taking over and I can force myself to engage the left leg more. And you'll get it, and remember, whenever you're trying to, whether you're trying to tone, build muscle, build strength, it's time under tension that's gonna change your body. So there's a ton more time under tension here than if I do heavy weights and I'm just bouncing up and down, right? You won't get that much out of that. The pausing, well, it might not be the most entertaining thing in the world, will fucking destroy you in a good way, faster than anything else, right? And then typically I would drop the weight down, right? I did a big burnout set, and then I would do my reps faster afterwards because now I got all the blood pumped up inside of there and that muscle's engorged and swollen. So now these slower, like these lighter, faster, more rapid fire reps would really add insult to injury for that leg curl right now. What I am gonna tell you is that if this is your first time doing these, you're probably gonna cramp up that fucking night. So whatever you do to help get rid of a cramp, make sure you get that ready before you go to bed at night. For me, I keep salt by my bed, so this way I can just throw some salt under my tongue, and I'm not gonna explain to you the science behind it, but I think it does work. But just know that, drink a lot of water, stretch out, because the first time you do those, you are going to get a cramp more than likely because you're gonna be activating parts of the muscle you probably haven't hit in a very long time, in both your calves and your hamstrings, all right? Guys, that was a little more long and drawn out than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to give you everything for that one. That is the 2 leg curl variations that we use at our facility that really have helped people, got phenomenal results. It's a very, very easy to do exercise. And there's 2 people who that exercise work best for, right? People with any kind of knee injury, because the stronger you get your knee, the muscle, the less the knee's gonna hurt. And a lot of my CrossFitters, because if you look at a lot of the exercises you do at your barbell clubs, you don't have a lot of the accessory exercises. So if I get a CrossFitter coming to me and they're like, Jay, what should I do at the gym today? You're doing biceps, you're doing triceps, you're doing your chest flies, your rear shoulder flies, leg extension, leg curl, all the smaller exercises that you really can. You could train hamstrings with a barbell, but you really can't hit it in the same way you can with a fucking leg curl. Like, it's just impossible to do. And sometimes you need these exercises to bring balance to your body so you can keep pressing with the primary exercises, but you need the secondary exercise and then the accessory exercise to keep your body balanced, to keep you going and keep you healthy, right? Guys, hopefully that helped out. Do me a favor, if you get a cramp, shoot me a text message. I definitely want to know about it, all right? I want to laugh at you. Not really, I want to laugh with you, so I'm probably going to get one from doing that tonight too. Hopefully that helped you guys out. See you in the next one.